Well, welcome to the scene, Alexia Christian. First off, is that how you pronounce that?
Yes.
That's good. And then second, we were just talking about being busy, and it seems like you're busy. I mean, you just dropped off an album, so thanks for that. But aren't you working on another one right now?
I am, yes. I've been recording some new pop songs, and I'm going to release a new pop single next month, and it's called Single
Oh,
Life.
Single Life. All right. Now, a couple questions on that. So you just released a song, I think, or a music video to a song.
Yeah, I just released a music video
That was a
about.
different song, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was my first pop single that I released, and
Okay.
that was, I think, a year after this album.
Oh,
So, yeah, so it
okay.
released last year in 2021.
Nice. And now, so here's a question.
Mhm.
I've done a ton of deep diving into like your social media and stuff like that, so I can come up with some all right questions. But it seems like you have a single theme going on. Is this intentional? Is it just a happenstance?
It is, for sure.
And what's the intention? Like, why that theme?
Well, I think it's kind of interesting how people don't really emphasize their single life, and I just
Mm,
wanted to put a fun and cool spin on it
okay.
and to make it fun for people and relatable.
So you're kind of like almost celebrating the single life in a way. Is that
Yeah, and I think it should be celebrated because I think
sure?
it's great to have your freedom and to just do what you want and not have anybody hold you back if
Hmm.
it's not the right person. But if it is the right person, then I think that's great.
All right. So that's cool. Yeah, I noticed that theme. I was like, I haven't seen that theme. I don't think anywhere. So it's kind of cool. And I can't. As soon as this is over, I'm gonna pop that in the car. I'm gonna go. I'm picking up my kid from her mom's, so we'll be listening to your
Oh.
tracks, on the way there and when I pick her up. So and I'll have to let you know what she thinks.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
she loves music, so I'm sure she'll love it. She's fixated on Twisted Sister right now. So you're competing with the greats, but she'll probably love that. So that's cool. Let's talk about the interview that you just had. We somehow both just had, as coincidental as this is. Uh, but so you were just on Pennsylvania Pipeline Music TV, and that's going to be aired. What do you say? April-ish, first week-ish of April. I think he was saying maybe
Yeah.
last week of March. I think. But how'd that go? I know we were kind of talking about that before we started this, but did you have a good time? What songs did you play particularly?
I had a great time. It was so much fun meeting the crew and being on the show. I played some of the songs from this album for Singles Only, which
Okay.
is my third record, and the first song that I played was called Second Thoughts,
Hmm.
and it's about having second thoughts about somebody and they haven't treated you right and that type of thing. So I think that's maybe something relatable to a lot of people. And the next song that I played was Meet Me in Paris.
Okay, what's that about?
That was written um, all through my imagination. It's about the dream of going to Paris someday. I've never been,
Hmm.
but to this day, I still hope that I can go.
Okay, when are you going?
Hopefully, 2023.
That's what's up. When things settle
Yeah.
down a bit,
Yeah,
as of
exactly.
course we're in 2022. Help us all. But
Yeah. Gotta still do the US tour, you know?
yeah, no kids. Speaking of that, speaking of the U.S. tour, you have a ton of shows I've seen. Where are you gonna be soon?
Oh my gosh, I have so many lined up. It's so exciting. Next month I'll be at Gettysburg Rocks on February 12th.
Yeah, same. Aren't you playing at Reed's?
Are you
You're
serious?
playing at Reed's Winery at 5, aren't you? I'm
Yes.
playing at 1.
That is awesome.
And then I happened to see your name also, and I was like, so we got the Tommy B show, we have the Pipeline, and now we're both at Reed's. Like the coincidence is just,
That's awesome. We're just totally in the same realm.
I guess, doing the
Yeah.
same circuit. But yeah, so you're gonna be there, and is that your first time playing at Reed's or being a part of February Rocks?
It is,
Oh,
yes, for
cool.
both. Yeah. So I'm
Nice.
really excited.
All right. When did you say your album's coming out? Your next one?
That is still to be determined because I'll
Okay.
be releasing a couple singles off of the album
All right.
next month and this year. So it'll be in the near future, but it's going to be a pop album, which I'm really excited because I'm primarily a rock artist
Mhm.
and last year I started integrating into the pop genre.
I was gonna ask you about that because your latest single, I was like I was watching the video to it, and I'm like, I've heard her play a lot. This is very different. It was good,
Yeah.
but definitely I was like, wait a minute. So that's cool. So now, what made you go to pop versus the rock?
It's kind of an interesting process. I worked for a music academy that we taught the children primarily pop music,
Oh,
and
that's
that's what
cool.
they liked. So we learned a lot of Taylor Swift songs and
Hmm.
Justin Bieber and Maren Morris and all those top 20 today's pop.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, why don't I try to write a pop song since that seems like everybody likes that right now and it's the top genre.
Mm.
So, and I wasn't really that into it before. I'm really just
Okay.
a rock chick for sure. But I was like, I want to write something that people are listening to today.
Mm.
Because some people say that I have like a classic rock kind of vibe going on. So I'm like, I want to write something contemporary. And that's kind of the
Okay.
feel that I was going for.
That's cool. Kind of getting a little modern with a project. Now you say
Yeah.
you're a rock chick, so I gotta ask you, like, what are your influences for rock then?
Oh my gosh, so many. I love Zeppelin. The Beatles
Nice.
are incredible. The Doors. I love Joan Jett.
Okay, I was just gonna ask, are there any fellow rock chicks that you're really into?
Yeah, Joan Jett has a real badass vibe.
Hell yeah.
I like Avril Lavigne. She's a huge influence of mine.
She's tough to skate by, if you will. And she's
Yeah.
busy now. I don't know if you saw, she's doing she's releasing a new song and I think a new album. I don't know if you've kept up on that,
Yeah.
but it's cool to see her back after a while.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So that's awesome. So let's before we get into some fun questions, let's tell everybody where can you be found as far as social media, as far as your albums. Where can they find you? Where can they buy your music?
Sure, you can search me at Alexia Christian on Facebook, Instagram, and you can find my music on Apple Music, Spotify, and all streaming platforms.